Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to another exciting installment of Shadow of the Iron Throne. On a side note, yes, I love saying the name of this game. Hmm. Hmm. I wish to have my skin stripped off just so I can roll around naked in it and have it be closer to me. Anyway.
Game of Thrones battered Evan.
This afternoon's scene is going to take place in the tourney grounds just outside the walls of the Red Keep that have been erected in order to see to the general preparations of the tourney of the hand. There is a general sense of revelry as every now and again you hear the great roar of the crowd as another brave rider is born to the dirt. It is only the second or third day of the tournament, so we are still in the preliminary rounds. After all, this entire affair was due to last for about a month. So, but it is in this particular situation in Alatua, many of the great houses represented have pavilions in which they are either watching the spectations or enjoying libations. I had to drink for emphasis there.
And potations.
Beg your pardon?
And potations.
Yes. Where was I? I was in the sentence. Yes, my apologies. So there are a number of large pavilions that in which there are servants who are offering food, drink, and other refreshments. One of these pavilions will, of course, belong to the House Gallo, who have an open door policy. They will provide you with food, and they will provide any with food, drink, and pleasant conversation. So, I believe the first thing that Lord Daesop heard in that particular line of vein was the word free.
Yup.
The pavilion itself is blue and gold, and there are a number of individuals inside who are pleasantly chatting, guffawing. Individuals who are rather looking forward to the next round of fisticuffs. So, with that in mind, I shall do the introductions. I shall sweep down the list of you, as some of you will, I assume, be entering together. So, in that case, Lord Uland, will you and Sir Stagfoot enter together?
Yeah.
It's up to me, yes.
Yeah, Lord Ulan was wearing his normal raiment of the breastplate with the bearskin malarkey, and he's just gonna. Well, I assume, is he present or is he attending at this moment in time? Like, has it just started or something, or what?
No, I mean it's an open door thing. It's been We're gonna say it's probably the afternoon. They start in the morning. Literally, Lord Gallo puts this on just for people to enjoy themselves out of the heat. And he kind of, whenever he is not sitting in the stands, he comes and sits in here, basically.
Yeah, I would assume that Lord Ulan's probably already there, and he's doing those, like, the Sheffield football noises, like, "Come on, my son, get in!" Like.
Yes, so Adric will be, Stackful will be way more reserved, a lot more calm, a lot less loud. But he will be there, sort of to attend his banner lord and to enjoy. It's not like he's been to the city often. Been a long while, about 15 years or so.
Lord Gallo will approach. He's come back in from the stands. He's nodding his head. He has Lady Drakemire on his arm, as ever. That seems to be her normal position. But the two walk back in under the shadow of the veranda, along with Atrum and Lord Gallo's bodyguard, whose name is Alnaya, if anyone ever asks him. But he will nod and he will say, "Ah, my Lord Uland. A pleasure to see you again, sir."
Pleasure as always, Lord Gallo. How's the child doing? Is it Daron? I think his name was. Like that little kiddo. Because
Yes, the Lady Drakemire's son.
How is young Daron these days?
He's doing well. Thank you, Lord Uland, for asking.
Good. I'm sure he'll grow up to be as strapping as competent as his compatriots. This is me doing it on for the buffet.
He was saying, "Who is this gentleman with you?"
This is my bannerman. This is Sir Adric.
That moment, Stagfoot steps one step forward and gives a very deep bow. My lord.
Welcome to my humble. There's nothing humble about it. Welcome to my humble pavilion. I shall hope that you will enjoy yourself. Please, you are my guest.
Thank you for your most gracious invitation, my lord.
You will, of course, join me in a cup of wine, Lord Uland.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Wonderful. It is this moment we will have Lord Coldwin will enter. Yes, Coldwin on his stick.
Hobbles.
With his cane. Yeah, he is.
It's Hopalong Coldwin.
Limp. He's hobbling along, trying to. He's trying to stand as tall as he can. Clearly, trying to know what the word would be, but seem unfazed by his injury. He's also accompanied by his head of house guard, who seems to be with him most places he goes.
Ah, Lord Caldwin, please come in. Be welcome.
Ah, hello, my lord. The maester said I should start moving around more.
I've often found that it's best to not go against Maester's orders. Mostly because
Not
you've met
yours.
my Maester.
Yeah, he has a way about him.
I'm just thinking about Lord Uland Maester, who is his older brother, who's a bastard. I'm just thinking about the fact that he's actually probably the only Maester in the entire 17 who's actually fucking swole. So so it's probably just now you take your medicine and I'll fuck you up.
Do you want some milk in the poppy, or I could just smack you one?
It's got bludgeon 3.
I am sitting over here fucking dying laughing.
Yeah.
And last, but most certainly least, Lord Dace.
Yeah. As Daysip has been kind of pacing back and forth in the vicinity, not in the entrance, not near the entrance, but in the vicinity of this pavilion, because there's free food. But he also still needs to arrange shit. He needs to get shit. And he's like, oh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And it's pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, quite some time. He actually sees everybody kind of walking in. And it doesn't help him to actually be like, okay, let's do this. But, he will do this. He will do this. And he's kind of talking himself up. And, anyone with a sharp ear, who is walking past might see him and might hear him mumbling, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Yes. Yes.
At the moment, just to break the last of Lord Dacip's willpower, he will see an entire roasted boar that has been spitted and is being carried into the pavilion currently.
Oh, that's so mean. As he's kind of hearing his own belly kind of rumbling. There's probably straw in his hair from sleeping in some sort of stables. And as he sees that, and he's just kind of stopping his pacing, just watching with eyes filled with it's almost as if he's watching an angel as he's just following that boar inside of the pavilion, just kind of staring at it as he goes. And then he's snapping out of it. Okay, focus, Ash, focus. You can do this. You're gonna know him. Ask him. Horse, armor, anything. And food. And food. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm hungry. And then he'll just kind of slap himself across his cheek and will be a man and walk in.
As you
No
walk
one
in,
will notice him.
as I've described it, as you walked in, basically there is a long table that has been set up that have many golden plates and fine silverware, as well as many large carracks of wine. The boar is being placed down on the table itself, at which point you will enter. You will see a number of lords and ladies who are having pleasant conversation with one another. They are having, once again, idle chatter. There's a group of them, which consists of most of the people here, who are standing right next to the food table because, by God, I don't think the Hound or the Mountain could keep Lord Uland away from the buffet table.
Oh God! It's like when they bring out the pigs and blankets, and it's just that scene from what was it, Tangled? You know, where the horse stands up and pushes people aside. Like,
I love the idea of just little Lord Drakemire. It's like, yes, you get to go first because he's a child. He's like, get out my way! Just smacks him to the side.
just gets booted. Like,
as he rushes for the table.
Who is the strongest character in Game of Thrones? The answer is a hungry Sir Uland.
yeah, just hangry Uland would be the scariest shit. Like,
I mean, but this is how you deal with it. To also be first is by going to the side of the table where there's not as many people, using your agility to kind of dive between their legs underneath the table, and just, as Lord Uland is making his way and is pushing people out of the way to get to the food, you can just see a hand from under the table being like, just grabbing some stuff.
just
As you do this, you see he doesn't say a word. Aniel, who is Lord Gallows' bodyguard, he basically does this wonderful kind of, he turns on his heel. As he turns, he brings around the poleaxe that he has at his that he's always carrying with him. They marry these things, which I think is really funny. And the blade goes to Lord Daysit's throat.
That's just kind of what you hear from underneath the table. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Just
sorry.
a joke.
I was going to say, we have another new person. Hi, new person.
Hello.
I'm afraid I don't know you. Hello.
hello, Gordon.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's his first seat.
Oh,
Yeah,
bless.
Aw.
No, you are very welcome.
I blame the Liam for dragging me.
Which one?
Well, you
There are
needed to
several.
turn up at some. You needed to turn up at some
Exactly.
point.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to introduce Lord Meldenwood, you may feel free to do so.
I will in a little bit. I'm quite enjoying what's going on right now, and I do not want it to stop.
Okay. So yes, you'll just see the blade of the axe to Lord Daysit's throat. Because very much he thinks that it's just some poor vagabond stealing food.
I mean, he's sort of right. And,
Don't mind him, he's my guest.
I was going to say, isn't that Lord Daysip?
He'll
Well,
come
it
from
is.
under the table, his cheeks kind of red, his arms full of food. Hi.
Why are you under the table?
Because it was kind of busy in front of the table.
just Lord Uland taking up the entire circumference of the table. The chunky boy.
No, man. I mean, let's Lord Uland is thick.
Yeah.
You're just like, it's like, where's the
You can see Sir Stagford nod like he knows how it is to be in a room with Sir Uland and a room full of food.
Yeah.
He gets the pain. He understands.
Aniel kind
just
of reaches down and picks Lord Daysip up by the shoulders and just kind of puts him standing.
I mean, he was already standing up.
Okay.
This is not Lord-like behavior, so his cheeks are definitely red. And just in that moment of silence where he's like from underneath the table, you can just hear his stomach once more go.
Just Grayman like looks up from the food and just goes, "Oh, you shot! Oh, Toad in the hole!" Like,
You see Lord Gallo snap his fingers. For the record, one of the interesting things that you will notice is there are a number of men and women who are basically serving as servers in this particular feast. All of them have a small teardrop tattoo under their left eye.
slavery.
Technically, I freed them. Technically.
Legally speaking,
But,
but also if they run away, the hound will run them down like a butcher's boy.
that is indeed how life works. No, Lord Gallo will just shoot them because he's that good of an archer. He's just like,
He's not a slave. He's my kin.
You're just like Kobe.
Lord
Lord
Uland is just
Lord Gallo,
besieging,
wait, hang on.
he's just besieging
Lord
that
Gallo,
feast
well,
table. Go on.
Lord Gallo, why did you let 3 people escape? I want to target practice. What?
Oh,
But,
but if you make it out of the woods, you win.
Lord Daisy, you are quite indeed. You are an interesting individual. And the way he says this is not like interesting like an insult. He actually thinks he's interesting.
He will he summons one of the servants over who bows very low to him and he says, "Get Lord Daysip a cup of wine. Something from the Arbor Gold." "Yes, Lord Gala." She bows, and she will return a couple of moments later with a beautiful golden chalice in which there is a plentiful supply of wine for Lord Daysip. The wine itself is
Which is
also
gold.
bright gold.
Lord God, he's just gonna watch Lord Daysip. He wants to milk this reaction for all it's worth.
Now,
I like
Clarice
watching
is
the
also
poor
watching
people
quite
grovel.
close.
By the way, hang on. Before you do that, if you are intently looking at Lord Daysip, Saskia, I need you to roll me that dice roll,
Yeah.
and I need everyone else to roll me awareness. I think it's awareness, and I think investigation is a skill especially under awareness.
Grayman is busy filling his third cow stomach, so I'm not going to roll.
He's besieging that feast table like he besieged Highgarden.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, here we go. That's not the best roll ever.
What's your total?
30.
That's kind of fantastic. Just saying.
I mean,
But never mind, you only take into account how much is your deception.
oh. Did I fuck up? My deception is 4.
So you only count 4. Also, it's D6s, not D.
Ah, fuck!
So
I did
and
it
you only
wrong
count-
again. I
and you-
apologize. I will re-roll.
Cool, and you only count the 4 highest dice.
Yeah. That is
And this
fine.
is a contested awareness check.
Oh!
4.
Oh, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 and 4 is 8, and 3 is 4 and 4 is 8, and 3 is 11, and 3 is 14.
Okay, let me know if anyone beats a 14.
Clarice does not see it.
I had 4 ones out of 3 dice. Out of 3 ones out of 4 dice.
Ouch.
Lord Gallo doesn't see it, but there's someone here who very well might.
I
Uh-oh.
can't. Should I roll my cohort?
Yes, I'm the one who might see it is mine because he's fucking eagle-eyed as shit. Because his whole thing is to prevent me being assassinated.
I do have like awareness 5, but I'm not going to roll because
Yeah, I've awareness 5.
I'm dedicating all of that awareness to the buffet.
You're at dinner.
So.
Can we just admire what?
90. All right. He definitely sees it. He sees it with a degree of success. So he doesn't just see it; he knows it.
Okay. Well, I mean, you already know, so it's fine. I don't
Yep.
have to explain this to you.
Let me know if anyone else beats a 14.
Yeah, me.
All right then.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Jesse, there's something not right about Lord Daesip's appearance. They're using a lot of makeup and they're trying to disguise something.
All right. Yeah, okay. So I assume that Lord Daesip's either been wounded in battle or something. And do I know what he's trying to hide?
How many successes did you get over me?
Yeah, what was your total?
4. My total was 18.
Oi!
Yeah, awareness
It's
is what I
not-
do.
It's not quite a degree of success. If you've got a degree of success above it, because it would be a 19 to be a degree of success, because it's 5 above.
All right.
I would give you more information.
No problem.
As it stands, you will see and you'll see Anriel turn, and he will say something. Does anyone here speak High Valyrian?
Yep.
Do I look like a tog shit?
Yes, Clarice does speak High Valyrian.
So for everyone else, he says, which literally translates to interesting. Lord, his exact phrasing is pretty interesting. He says, "It would appear Lord Daesip is hung like the Unsullied."
Oh boy!
Does he?
You just see Clarice's eyes widen.
Does he drop a microphone?
Lord Gallo's kind of response is he's sipping the wine. He kind of turns and he says in Zyka, which is just what? Like what?
And meanwhile, by the way, Ash is definitely stuffing stuff into his mouth because as long as he's not hearing no, there is food and he's hungry.
Who would win? A hungry Lord Uland or a hungry Lord Daesip?
They're gonna start. If they're gonna start at two opposite ends of the table and eat their way to the middle, then there's gonna be a dog fight for the last turkey.
I mean, no, really, no. Ash is not gonna contest Uland over a sausage.
Can
I use quickness to actually get something off that table?
I mean, I don't even think Ash can eat like half of that.
There's easily enough food on that table to feed 150 people. Like there's plenty of food for everyone.
Is that 150 people including
like-
Uland and Daesip?
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm just gonna wait for the beautiful moment where Lord Ash accidentally drifts too close to Lord Uland and Lord Uland eats Lord Ash.
I mean, this is true. Lord Ash is not like Ash is not a very tall and muscular. He's more lean built, so he wouldn't even be able to eat as much. But he's definitely like, especially compared to Uland, he's like tiny.
Uland, the translation is snack size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's enough food for 150 people. Or 5 Ulans.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "There's some dirt on this piece of meat." Oh, sorry, Ash.
Yeah.
You know.
There's
But,
more to say that a bear may have when he was attacked by that bear and was forced to fend it off with nothing but his hands, that the bear might have poked a hole in his stomach at some point because there's just no way he could eat that much.
But needless to say, kind of drag it back. So yeah, Lord Daesip, you are presented with a beautiful golden chalice filled with golden liquid.
I mean, he will take it. He will look at it. He's never seen such a thing before, so he's staring at it, sniffing it.
It's definitely wine.
Will slowly take a sip.
It's like the best wine you've ever drunk. It's delicious.
eyes go wide, and is going.
This is gonna end badly.
This ought to be interesting.
Pace yourself.
Maybe I should
Yeah.
get Arson to paint this.
He kind of looks back. He says, "What do you mean?" I'm like the other side. So he's still kind of wrapped in that mindset.
Let me say this in High Valyrian.
Does he say that in High Valyrian?
Yes, he does.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
He says his response in High Valyrian is, "It would appear as though Lord Ash is not just not gifted, but is non-existent."
Oh God.
Just-
He strides forward, and he wears gloves over his hands. He wears black leather gloves, and he's pulling them off. For the record, as he pulls them off, you see once again he's got he's got incredibly pale skin. But he walks to Lord Daisy, but he says, "Lord Daisy."
He is looking at. Oh God, what did I do wrong again? So he will carefully place the goblet on a nearby table, or will hand it to a nearby servant. But just very quickly, just put a last piece of like dried meat or something in his mouth, and then it's like, yeah.
He grabs your face with his hand. He just kind of turns it back and forth as his hands kind of basically brush along your face.
I apologize for anything I may have done to offend you.
Oh god.
He's working his jaw like, there's no stubble there. Nothing. Huh.
You're having a big think.
Yeah, Clarice is also just kind of looking over and watching this all go down.
He releases your face and he says, "Not at
He will
all.
rub his jaw, kind of like, ow.
Please feel free to partake at You and your house are welcome to eat at my table anytime you desire it." He says he pulls back on the glove.
Thank you, Lord Gallo. We will. I'm sure that my family is going to be extremely excited about this. I believe you know my brother.
Yes, I am familiar with the Seaweed Knight. He kind of raises an eyebrow as he said, as he walks back to the group, and he says, looking at his own retainers, he basically just says, "Well, his exact words are, it's either a woman or been cut. I don't know which."
Clarice would just nod. Because she now intends to find out.
Oh God!
Oh God.
But anyway, would Lord Meldebone now like to join us after the kerfuffle of Lord Ash's testicles?
You know, I was tempted to say I would want to join when the wine was introduced because, you know, booze is now here.
Yeah.
But yes,
There is
I would like to join.
I mean, Greece has always been here. It's Game of Thrones.
The wine.
Exactly.
That's
The
the
wine is
wine!
important.
Your mother was a dumb whore with a fat ass.
Yeah.
That is
Lancel
very well done.
Fucking Lannister.
You know nothing of my mother.
I just like to every time we
Who
do these
named
impressions,
you?
I just
Some
like to imagine this is I just like to imagine this conversation in the background.
But by all means, Lord Meldebone, step into the tent.
He would do just that. He would open up the tent flap and walk on in. So this is where all the lords has made their way.
Making a roll to know who you are.
Yep.
I don't know who you are.
Hang on,
Or
what's
do
the
I?
status of his house? Because there's a metric for it.
Sorry, what's the what?
Status of your house.
What's your status? Because there's a metric for us if we know you.
Not that high, I don't think.
Yeah. Speaking of
One
which,
sec.
did you ever send me my my house's thing?
Influence 16. He is status free.
3. All right.
So that means it becomes difficulty 30 minus 5 for every status. Yes.
So 15.
Beg your pardon?
15.
15.
Yes.
And what did we roll to find out?
It's just it's your status plus your heraldry, I believe, is a skill.
Lol.
The dice gods are not with me today.
Lord Gallo knows who you are with 1 degree of success.
I have no clue who you are.
I think you and Lord Uland are the only ones who do actually know who it is. Lord Gallo.
So I will look at my co-GM in the form of Liam and basically say, "What do we get?"
Yes. Looking at this, you recognize the red and yellow sigil to be the standard of House Melnibone of Lord's Rest.
The first, the last, the eternal.
So my name does have some meaning to it after all.
A name, Lord Meldeburn, only has as much weight as people give it credence, but you are welcome. Please, have some wine.
Gladly. The last place I've been to ran out of it.
Oh boy.
Do not blame me.
You, my good lord, have a problem.
Yeah, probably. No.
I guess for some it's only a problem if they run out.
Oh,
yeah.
I've just realised something. Lord Coldwin is married to a member of your liege lord's family.
Yet you do not know who we are?
Yeah.
Right.
You're probably at the wedding, and I just spent the entire time there just like, who the fuck is that? I'm just going to avoid them because if I meet them, this is going to be really awkward. Hello, hi. What are you
hello,
doing
Lord.
here?
Oh, hello, Lord Coldwin.
Oh God, no! He knows me. Hide. Hello.
Yeah, he
My
would just
lord.
sit down.
Lord
He's just gonna waddle over to Lord Uland to be like, I'm sorry, who the fuck is he?
That's Lord Melnibone, I think it is.
Lord Meldeburn of Lord's Rest.
That's the one.
Ah,
Scholarly as you are.
Your family, I'm pretty sure Lord Coldwin was married to my liege lords. No, wait, liege, what is it? Bannerhouse?
ah. So you're sworn to Lord Malister.
Yes.
Of Seaguard.
Nice man, Jason Malister.
Are you participating in any of the events of the journey? And by the way, he had when Ashram talks, he has a heavy Summer Island accent.
I wish I could, but I had some things to take care of back home, so I was too late to sign up.
Will you all not be signing up for the melee?
If the thing is still active, I can.
I do believe it is.
From an out-of-character perspective, yeah, you can sign up for any one of the 3 tournaments. Technically there are 4, but only maesters can go to the 4th.
Yeah. Friar Tuck is just gonna low-key accidentally punch the other maester in the gut before the start of the fucking discussion. So it'll just be like from the other dude, just like, is he okay? It's just like I don't know. I think there's something up with the old. I can't.
I just like the idea of like they're just going through it. It's like a trivia quiz. It's like, what is the cure for grayscale? And then just Lord just Maester Tuck is just like beatings.
What is the cure
I
for
beat,
60 suckers?
I beat the grayscale out of him.
No. That's how your Friar Tuck would cure grayscale. I'm a beat him.
Yeah, that is true actually.
Let's see.
It's alright though, because he looks cuddly. Anyway. But yeah, from an out-of-character perspective, you can still sign up for any of the 3 tournaments, so the archery, the melee, or the joust if you want to.
Okay, I know what I'll sign up for.
Cool. So what are you going to sign up for?
All of
That's a
them.
mystery. All of them. No.
Ah.
Melee.
Me
Cool.
too.
So if she says Saffron will say, "No, that will be interesting to face you then."
Yes.
Ah.
As of you.
If my injuries have healed, I'll be taking part in the melee as well.
I hope
Oh
they do.
boy.
If I manage to crawl from underneath the mountain, I'll be there.
Cross it off.
Are you fighting the mountain?
Gregor,
I'm
I-
jousting the mountain. Yeah.
You are
Gregor,
jousting the mountain.
force to be reckoned with. I wish you luck, Lord. Daisy.
Indeed.
Indeed. You and your brother. Well,
I mean,
more in-
luck is nice. If you would wish me a horse and some armor, would be better.
I'm
You don't have
sorry.
any armor?
I could wish you the
No.
sun, but that would just be as good.
My armor, unfortunately, is getting redecorated. I wanted it to
Yeah,
be a
it's in the
different
dry
color.
cleaners.
Roll fucking subterfuge right now.
I mean, he's not. I mean, this is obviously a joke. He's obviously joking. You don't need to. He's not trying to make this come across as something that is actually true.
Just picks a bit of
So-
straw out of your hair. Like,
Yeah, that's where I got it redecorated. The stables. Yeah.
So you require. You know that I provided your brother with arms and armor as well as a horse for his contests.
In fact, I am aware. Yeah.
Indeed.
So, Lord Gallo opens a book in front of me. He removes a black pocketbook and he opens it, and he holds out his hand, and a quill is placed into it by a servant. And he will say, "You wish to take a loan from me, do you?"
I mean, do I wish? I mean, would anyone really wish to, But I do need a horse and I do need armor. So if there's no other way of obtaining it, I mean, I could throw my charming personality in the game, but and he'll wink at the giggles from the lady. He's like, haha, score.
Ah, yes, it appears your wit is as sharp as Valerian.
You
I'll
may
have
as
you
well
know-
bend the knee and sweat fealty while you're at it.
I mean, if my wits were as sharp as my blade, yeah, but you'll find that out in the melee.
Oh, I like that idea.
Oh,
I fucking hope so.
confident young lad, aren't you?
Always am. I wouldn't be where I am.
Very well. I will even go so far as to sponsor you the arms and armor necessary, as well as I will not give you a horse, but I will have a horse provided for the joust for you.
Why, thank you, my lord. And actual
He will raise his finger and he will say, "After all, if you cannot joust, then the bet I've made with Peter Baelish for the mountain's victory will have to be returned to me, and I think I'm in with a decent chance of victory."
Oh,
Of course.
right.
He actual sigh. Of course, I understand.
But you see Lord Gallo making a notation in his book. before he returns it to the inner fold of his. He's wearing really fancy robes that are made from not Valyrian, that are made from Mirish silk. So he puts it back into the fold of his robe, and he says, "I'll have my master at arms see to something that will fit you, but I'll wish you luck. Not too much, of course, but enough to stay on the horse long enough."
That's what I'm going for. Staying on the horse.
You knocked him flat. That would be talk of the fucking town.
Yep, I know. I practice on donkeys, but it's not the same.
If he knocks the mountain from his horse, I will walk from here to Casterly Rock barefoot.
Well,
I mean,
just tactical game losing like 20 influence. Like
that would make a great painting.
I wouldn't like.
A fool's stroll, would you call it?
How about this? How about this, Lord Gallo? If I actually managed to knock the mountain off his horse, and of course we all know, lol, no, but if
you just lol.
Yeah, you just lol. Fuck my life.
I'm
sorry, but was that a language?
But it's when we
Look, Gallo appears interested. Lord Gallagher's interested as you start talking about a bet. Like his eyebrow raised and he leans forward. He's like, "Yes, there's a bet.
If by any chance I would manage to knock him off his horse, I will keep yours. How about that?"
Ah, interesting indeed. And he'll look to Gallo.
Well, you get to keep the horse if you knock him off.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Come on, Sir Gallo. He would have deserved it.
But what is it that I gain? What if I win?
How are you winning? You already get a shit ton of money out of it.
Ballad.
Not if you knock him off a horse.
I will borrow the Seaweed Knight for 1 month.
Oh.
2 weeks.
3.
2.5.
Deal.
Not at all cheap. Not at all cheap.
Getting people.
I love that we did this without, Bishop even being here.
Mellybone's just gonna cock his head to that. What just happened?
Bishop is gonna kill me.
Gallo extends his hand.
And Lord Dacian will shake it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
How old is the Seaweed Knight?
In his mid-20s, I think.
He's getting to be old enough soon, if you know what I mean.
Bit old for a ward, don't you think?
I have no need for a ward. I have the need for someone to send to the Free Cities and back.
Yes, 2-week journey, of course.
But Lord Dacian. Is it Lord or Sir? Yeah, no, Lord. Lord Dacian. I saw you at Tampet swooning a lady. You are a bold man indeed, but I am sorry if this is offensive, but you lack experience. May I...
What? Was my natural grace not good enough? He attempts to fake surprise.
Your smile. But, well, you need to use the words to, and he'll think, hit a lady's heart. And he'll look to Lady Clarice, and looking at her, he'll say, "May I?"
She'll give a little nod.
now in comes Uncle Grayman to embarrass everyone.
Oh God!
That never happened before.
Did you ever make the 8 look, Gallows?
Oh, nice.
What was that? Sorry, I was doing something.
Have you ever made the 8?
Lord Gallo looks up from his ledger book and he contemplates and he says, from the time I was 16, I spent most of my life living in Essos. I only returned about a year ago to claim my family's inheritance. I unfortunately have not had the time in order to spread my seed as much as making the 8. However, I am not inexperienced in such matters.
Like for a second there, I was just like, I wanted to just be like, my dude, and then fist bump him, but I realized, like,
My dude.
like Lord of a House. I did use dude by accident in a previous scene, so I feel your pain on that lol.
I mean, to be fair, the lol was just great. It was like, lol.
Oh, top cat.
Is that Dothraki?
Yeah.
And he'll say, first, you need to look at her in the eyes. And he'll look at Clarice in the eyes. You wanted to use the sun as inspiration. A good subject, but...
How private is this conversation you're having, by the way? Can I listen into your secrets of swooning women?
By the way, I will point out, I want to point this out because this is important. You guys may have just seen one of Lord Gallo's actual flaws come into play. That is all I choose to say.
Oh,
yeah. He may or might not be addicted to gambling.
No. I hadn't figured out that at all.
No, not at all.
Yes. Please explain to us your secrets of swooning woman.
I ain't drunk enough for this. Bring me wine.
Oh.
Clarice would pass him another glass of wine.
I lost my squire about 3 months ago when I told him to find a breastplate stretcher. He hasn't come back.
And he'll, still looking at what the fuck? Lady Clarice in the eyes. He'll say, if you wish to use the sun as inspiration, this could be a good example. And he'll look at her and he says, the fire with which your beauty burns is brighter than 1,000 suns. Yet the light within your soul and within your heart is brighter still.
You sound like a bloody red priest.
I need another glass of wine.
I'm taking notes. This is lovely.
The blind teaching the deaf.
Grayman has a lot of bastards.
Well,
you're far too sweet, Ashram.
Is there such a thing? I was not aware. And he'll take a sip of the wine.
My problem is that worked.
Bought sex.
Lady Drakebire. As he's kind of putting his hands behind his head and kind of, almost leaning back a little bit, as he seems to be thinking. So, with this joust, I'll be facing the mountain. There's a high chance, and we all know this, that I will be crushed underneath the weight of a mountain. Would you honor me and allow me to carry a token of your goodwill into this terrifying joust?
I show him a smile. Well. And he'll look at Clarice. I could not.
She would reach around her neck and undo the silver drake pendant that she wears. And she would stand up and move over to Lord Daysip and clasp it around his neck.
I
He
couldn't.
will smile very, very brightly and says, I will keep this safe even if it's the last thing I do.
Lord Klaus, I could not fight for you because I am not a knight. It is good to see that someone will.
You're not a knight, Sir Ashram?
No, I am from the Summer Islands. Came here only 5 years ago.
Ah.
Tell you what, earn it, and I'll knight you myself.
Ah, taking all the glory.
You know what, guys? As we actually have the correct people here who are now correctly armed, I need to get it out of the way.
Oh, God. Okay, bring it. Yep.
Sorry,
There
what's
will
going on?
be the blaring of horns from outside, announcing the next round of the joust, at which point you will hear announcers walk through the camp, exclaiming in loud voices, Lord Daesip to face Sir Gregor Clegane in the next round of the joust. Lord Daesip to face Sir Gregor Clegane in the next round of the joust.
Hear ye.
Before Lord Daesip makes his way out, he's just gonna put his hand on his shoulder and be like, "I'd finish that wine, all of it."
You see his Meliophone just stands up, walks over to Lord Daesip, and just plumps his goblet in front of him.
Slow down, Lord Melbourne. We're not trying to kill the poor boy.
Yeah.
Trust me,
The mountain will do that for us.
The whatchamacallit, it's interesting fact, like whatchamacallit, Arbor Gold is actually really alcoholic.
Yep.
Like it's stupidly high concentrate.
Oh, God. I mean,
I retract the last statement.
Ashwell will, before walking out, he will take Lady Drakemire's hand and place a kiss on it. And they'll then walk out to get his armor and his horse. This is neither his nor he. Oh, God.
As you
Lord
walk out,
Daesip.
Sir Adric will actually place a hand on his shoulder and say, "Keep your eyes on the prize. Look at the target when you strike."
I also lean over and go, yeah, no, I'm not an expert on jousting, but my advice would be that the Mountain is not a particularly good horseman. He's more skilled in terms of bashing. So I would say play defensively and wait for him to fall off.
Wait for him to fall off. 4 weeks in, he's still not off the horse.
Clarice would actually, approach Lord Daesip and place a kiss on his cheek and whisper good luck in his ear.
Very well shaven cheeks, by the way. Very well shaven cheeks.
All right, kids. So I have to ask important question times. Who here is going to bet on the upcoming joust? As I pointed out, Lord Gallo is betting 2 wealth points on the Mountain.
I will bet 1 wealth point on Lord Daesip.
All right, then.
2 wealth points on the Mountain.
I know the odds. I know the odds are pretty good. So if I win, I get 3 back instead of 2. So
Yep. Anyone else gonna bet?
No.
You know what? I'll put a wealth point on Lord Daesip.
No, you won't.
Aw, fine.
You can put it on the Mountain, like all the other Westerlanders.
Fine.
Or you can
Lord Gallo nearly had a fucking fit there. You could actually see like the eye nearly explode out of its socket. Like, ah!
You're no fun, Lord Gallo.
Okay, so anyone else betting?
Nope, I'm a very wealthy house, and that's because I don't bet on stupid things.
Actually, ironically, you can tell my age is you got a really bad roll.
Remind me again, how does a Tony joust knight who makes his money via jousting How does he make money again? Oh, that's right. Betting. Just like
All right. As you all leave out into the hot sun, into the joust lists, you hear the roar of the crowd as you see this man, who very much lives up to his reputation. He is nearly 8 feet tall and must weigh over 500 pounds. He is preparing. He is standing there. He's looking down the length of the jousting field. Lord Gallo is good to his word. You'll be provided with armor, knightly armor, and a horse.
Yay!
So, does Lord Daisip even have a No, we'll provide him with a squire for today.
Does Lord Daisip have is always answered with no.
All right, we are now going to go to page, I believe it's 163.
Does he have a sense of humor? I guess so.
I was going to say, including the does Lord Daisip have balls? This will also be answered with no, but at this point, only to House Gallo. Oh, God.
Evan, I'll also get the book up, so if there's anything else that needs referred to on a different page,
Yeah,
you can just show it.
it's like it's often helpful because like when we did yours, we kind of bumblefucked our way through life.
By the way, question: the armor, how much defense bonus am I going to get from it?
It doesn't give defense bonus. Basically, it actually lowers your defense bonus, but it gives you
Great.
soak.
Okay, how much soak is it going to give me?
I believe it gives 10 or something pretty
10
substantial.
for full plate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay!
Unless you have armor master, in which case 11.
Haha, lol, no.
I think if it's superior, it goes up to 12.
Oh yeah, because Lord Gallo's stuff all counts as superior because he has an artisan. So yeah,
Yay!
yay.
Lucky you.
I have
No,
12 to
I
soak.
would say you don't necessarily have the time to forge a whole new suit of armor just for Daysip.
No, that's true. Basically, what we'll do is he'll give him a suit of armor that is made by the artisan, but it's going to be badly fitted because it's not meant for him. We gave him a rough suit, so he'll get a -1 on all of his attack rolls because he's in armor that is not the right size. That seems fair. Yes.
Okay, so it is 12 soak and -1 on my maneuverability, basically. So 2 hits and everything. Check.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
I'll never be able to
I
hit
just need
this
to get
guy.
up the mountains. I need to get up the mountain stats. To be fair, I think somebody pointed out he's actually a really shitty horseman.
You shoot,
Yeah.
you shoot your horseman, yeah. In the melee, he's way dangerous.
The thing is, if I defeat him here, I will face him in the melee again.
But yeah, other people facing in the melee.
Believe me,
let just get stats.
You're not the only one who's scared fighting the mountain in melee.
Literally everyone.
We just all go jump on the mountain first.
I mean, that is what Asham's going to suggest. And let's all go to the mountain first.
I could probably beat him. It just really depends on who gets the first hit in.
I love it. I can probably be. I'll sit on his face. I'll shit down his neck. That's all I'll do.
Well, I need to hit him twice and he's dead. And his combat defense isn't particularly high because his agility is quite low. Then again,
Actually,
his
it is really high.
for it.
Yeah, but his athletics is fucking high.
He's got like 3 in agility, but like 8 in athletics. So it's basically 5 -6. So it'll be like 8-ish. I don't know if he uses a shield or not in this, but I think he uses just a longsword. It depends.
Well, I actually have a shield as well for this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he uses a shield and a great he uses a shield and a great sword because he's massive.
Yeah.
No, I mean for the joust. Will I be
Yes,
provided
you'll
with a shield? Okay.
You'll be provided a shield.
Yay!
Oof.
You're so lucky.
All right, so guys, at either ends of the field, you will line up. My lords, you stand in the position of honor. Stand you, Sir Clegane, stand you ready. Clegane raises his spear. Lord Daysip, stand you ready.
You can just hear like from the distance, "Come on, my son, fuck him up."
The spear will be
He
ready.
does hit you, don't shit yourself.
Eyes on the prize, boy. Eyes on the prize.
How the
Fear will
crap
be
is
raised.
How the crap is his? Oh, it's 8 with armor. Okay, thank God. Oh, it's because of his armor mastery. Yep. For the record, I believe when it has 8 and then it adds the shield, I believe that you add those two numbers together, don't you?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
that is what you do.
He actually has a
Because there's
pretty.
times where you because you
I was
can
gonna-
lose your shield in combat.
I was going to say he has a pretty beefy defense. Like I'm impressed by that. But
Yeah.
anyway,
It's better than
I'm
Solaris's.
impressed. So at either ends of the field, do you salute Sir Daisip, intimating you are ready?
Yeah. I said that twice already. He's raising
All
his
right,
his
you
spear.
touch your horse's you touch your spurs to your horse's flanks, and away we go. So on page 16, it's fine. On page 163 of the on page 163 of the 168 rather of the PDF,
Yeah.
it has the rules for jousting.
I know.
So
I'm there.
in this case, Sir Gregor is actually going to ride braced defensively, and yeah, he wants to get a feeling for his opponent because he has no idea who the fuck you are. So he's going to ride both braced and defensively. So you basically have to choose how you're going to ride. So you can ride aggressively or braced. Defensively, you keep your eyes fixed and ride high in the saddle.
Well, I'm not gonna ride high in saddle because my animal handling isn't that great. So I'm gonna keep my eyes fixed for now because why not?
Okay.
I'm just reading. Give me a moment. Sorry.
No worries. Take your time.
So I want to remain in the saddle, so I will be braced. Do you pick 2 or more?
You can pretty much pick as many of them as you want. They just all apply modifiers.
Okay, I will be braced defensive, but I will have my eyes fixed.
Okay, braced defensive. Right. So in that case, what we do is we now roll our fighting as the two of you clash together in a great cacophony. So the mountain has actually got a pretty. He's not got as good a pool as Sir Loris. I'm going to F you up, Tyrell.
So what is the roll? Was it fighting or is it?
It is fighting plus your spear is specialty. Keep it
I
fighting.
do not have that. I will just be fighting.
Okay, so you roll your fighting.
Its average is 21, so suck
Oh
it.
boy. I mean, to be fair, this is not all bad.
That's a good hit.
Not a bad roll.
Yeah.
What?
This is better though. Oh.
Oh,
6
damn.
plus 6 is 12 plus 5 is 12 plus 5 is 17 plus 8 is 23.
Jesus Christ, that would always hit me.
Where's the 8 from?
He keeps 6 dice, so the 8 is the 2 4s, dropping the 2 1s.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I forgot to add any modifiers from all this stuff. That's silly.
Please feel free to add those.
Subtract 1 or 2 from the result of your fighting test. So that will drop. Apply. Oh, that's to deflect the attack. So I need to subtract 1 or 2, and I can add them to my animal handling. And eyes fixed is +1 to the result of your fighting test. Is that +1 dice? So if I take -2, yeah, I'll go with 15. So I basically take a -2, which I can add to my animal handling later to stay on the saddle, and I will add +1. So I basically just lose 1 die, which will make my result 15.
So, okay, important question. With your armor, now, what is the penalty for full plate armor? Because I forgot.
-6.
So -6 from your armor defense.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
What is your current defense?
My combat defense would be 6.
Do you have a shield?
I do have a shield.
What type of shield?
I don't know. I will need to look at Evan because he provided me with his shield.
It's basically, I think most shields do give you +4.
Hmm.
Actually, no, most of them give you +2.
+2, then it will be 8.
So it's 8. Okay.
Are you
So
fucked?
Yeah. I was not joking when I said I would probably not make it out of this.
So that's 13. He succeeds with 3 degrees. Oof. That's spicy.
It was nice knowing you.
I would point out that a lance does damage based off of the person's horsemanship, not their athletics. So you're not mega boned.
I mean, my athletics is better than my horsemanship.
Exactly.
Yeah, but his.
I meant the mountain who has 8 in athletics.
Oh, okay. Oof. That makes it slightly better.
Yeah, you are lucky because that would have been literally a melt of boning.
Yes.
I'm glad that's a meme now.
Yes.
So, all right. So, what is the damage on a tourney lance?
+2, I believe.
No, it's
+2.
slightly higher than that.
It's like
It is?
horsemanship
Oh.
+2, powerful or something. I can't remember. I'll check.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh wait,
so
it's
that's
animal
+5.
handling
That's
+3.
+5.
A tourney lance inflicts
Yes,
animal
'cause he
handling
gets-
+3 base damage.
Yeah, because it's got powerful and he has strength, he gets an additional +5 to the damage.
Oh!
Because he
So
wasn't
that's
powerful enough yet.
So that's animal handling +2 +5. So that means basic. He does
Times
a
3.
grand times 3. Thank you. So that means bam -10 for the soak. Okay, Lord Sir Ash, I need you to make me an animal handling check, difficulty 15, to stay in the saddle. I'll make his in a moment, but I just want to, because there's a really specific reason I'm having you do yours first.
I don't think I can make that, but I will give it a try. Can I spend like a destiny point on this?
I believe that gives you an extra dice. Yeah, I think you can spend a destiny point for an extra dice, can you?
Okay.
Yep, that's how it works.
I would also say that she has. Don't you have Blood of the Andals?
No, I
No,
have
it's your Blood of the Roin.
Oh, right.
So that's +2 the combat defense. Have you counted that there?
So roll me that check. Let's see what
have. Okay. Oh, 23.
you roll d10s.
Fucking hell again! God damn it! Sorry, I am so. Okay. Gonna try
Don't
for
worry.
23 again.
Take your time. It's okay. Don't worry.
I have a 15.
How many dice of these do you keep?
All of them.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any specialty dice.
No.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You stay in the saddle. However, something horrendous happens. Give me just a moment.
Yeah.
You might unhorse him, though.
I hope so. That would be great. That would be so great.
You do not unhorse him.
Damn it.
All right. Because of this. Okay.
Shit.
I have to
really hoped.
All right.
So what is your current constitution? Like, I mean, endurance.
Probably 2.
3.
It's 3. It's 3.
Right.
That was a
I'm
wonderful
sorry.
noise. Thank you
Even
for making
so-
that
even-
noise. However,
I mean, endurance is
no.
it's just your base endurance, right? It's not nothing
However,
added
guys-
to it.
No, it's just your base. However,
Okay, 3.
she rode with her eyes fixed.
I know. High risk, high reward.
There is a splintering. I'm really sorry about this. There is a splintering of
fine.
wood as the mountain's lance impacts you. Lord Ash, you feel fine until you stop. And you realize you can't see out of your left eye. There is a huge splinter that has been rammed into the side of your face. You are gouting blood.
Ouch.
You are going to lose the sight in that eye.
Evan,
Hmm?
do
Yes,
you
dear.
remember, right, you know, because like all the characters we're fighting are the only statted ones. Could we make, next time we do a joust, could we maybe do people, like, I will make the stats for shittier knights that aren't, like, heroes. And then we can
Valid.
get those first.
Okay. I may have made a mistake.
Yeah, this is way too heavy, mate.
It's fine though. It's fine. Okay. I will leave.
Yeah,
the
basically all of the
exactly
PCs
where
are
it is.
boned.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we were gonna face these characters regardless. There was no avoiding it.
Yeah. But, we would have, won a few other
Had
ones.
some sort of story and victory instead of just.
So
being
basically, Lord Ash, you practically fall from the horse. Like people rush forward to grab you, but there's a huge piece of wood sticking out of your face. Please role play accordingly.
Ash is screaming, but he's also kind of trying to push everyone away because, fuck it, he wants to win. He's definitely screaming though, like this is hurting as fuck, but he will prove himself. He will prove his house. This is one of the
Roll-
most important things
Roll
for him.
willpower. Roll a willpower check to see if you can,
Yeah, that's fair. Make me a
That's
willpower check. I'm gonna say difficulty. I'm gonna say difficulty 15.
Oh, then I won't be able to make it.
Okay.
Then I won't even need to roll. If
Evan.
that's the 15, I won't be even be able to roll it.
I was going to say something before they collided. Could Lord Colden roll an awareness check on that?
Yes. I know what you're doing, and yeah, anyone who wants to can roll an awareness check.
yeah.
Let's see if he cheats.
To see if he's cheating. It's
Yeah.
going to be difficulty 9 on the awareness check.
Oh, that's fine.
Feel free to roll.
No, what's my awareness? 3.
You
Nope.
can, however,
I got
Lord
eight,
Dasip,
I got 18
you
on the
can
awareness
burn.
check.
You
Wait.
can burn a destiny point right now, as in it will cease to exist, but you can burn one, and somebody will be able to drag the piece of wood out of your eye. You will not gain the maimed quality because it can negate that, and you will be able to joust again.
Damn, look at that roll. 24 with 4.
Sure.
Yeah, I got a 22, including
You roll.
no,
you,
the back-
you roll.
the
You roll
back-
the
fuckers. Right, sorry, hang on. Everyone's doing that because it's World of Darkness standard. I
Yeah.
can't-
Yeah, when
Yeah.
Ashram re-rolled, he got all 6s.
Oof, that's an amazing roll.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that's good.
yeah.
I feel like Ashram just saw his fort, just the mountain, just like I'm gonna fuck this boy up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got the same with Ashram.
All right. No, the mountain didn't cheat. If that was what you were wondering. It was, you can tell what happened looking at it. So Dasip didn't pull his chin up at the last moment, and that was just how it impacted. Because in general, in jousting, you pull your chin up at the last moment to protect your eyes.
Yep.
He didn't.
No, because he fixed his eyes. That's the
Yes.
high risk,
But
high
I'm pointing,
reward thing.
I'm pointing this out for the people who rolled the dice to see if there's anything sketch about it. So are you doing this? Are you
Yes.
basically going, nice? So
He will actually he will be screaming still as he's like pushing people away from his horses, like
you know
"Whoa,
something?
Dasip!"
No. You know what? Because it's so much more badass. Lord Dasip reaches up and drags the piece of wood out of his own eye socket.
Oh,
I mean, he would probably do that after the joust because if I would pull it out now, I would lose a lot more blood than if I let it be
Yeah,
in there
Yes,
right
but
now.
because you're burning a destiny point, you will not suffer any ill effect from
Okay.
it.
Nope.
And if it
That's
hits you and you
fine.
don't pull out and he does hit you again,
Yeah, that's
it
true.
will go
It will be
further
in the
into
brain.
you and probably kill you.
This is also fair. Okay, yeah, sure.
So be the badass you can.
So literally,
Yeah.
the crowd erupts at that, because that is like the ultimate bravery as Lord Dacep. His armor covered in blood, yet he still strides back up onto the horse that was given to him, and
Standing
he puts
ovation.
back on the helmet.
Yeah, that will receive a standing ovation from Sir Stackford. That's badass.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
All
Awesome.
right.
Just-
So,
No questioning of
kids.
this man's cockles.
now, kids, the mountain throws down the broken lance. By the way, your lance did not break on him. That is an important point because you need to actually get
Yeah.
2 degrees of success or more for the lance to break. And breaking lances is actually how you do scoring in this when it's not just
I
a
know.
general knockdown. Cool. So, Lord Dacep gets back in the saddle. Everyone goes nuts. This is amazing. This is an act of true heroism. And they kick their steeds again. There's the wailing and of horses as they charge. And we're gonna do the exact same thing again.
Suck
Yep.
in.
Once again, the mountain is going to ride. No, you know what? You know what? Fuck this guy. The mountain is going to ride aggressively this time. He's going to fucking I want this. I want this kid dead.
That's
You've
fine.
annoyed him now.
Psychopathy intensifies.
Exactly.
Uh,
Fucking psychopath.
I will stick to the same things, except this time I will avert my eyes.
Yeah,
Okay.
do that.
I also lost my page. Yeah, I don't need to lose another eye. You know
Yeah.
that's gonna be.
You haven't lost your eye this time because you burned.
I know.
I was gonna say you almost reverting an eye. Like
All right, let's
fuck,
see.
I
what
lost
I-
the page. What was the page number again, guys?
It's on page. 1 moment. 168.
168. I was on 183. Thank you.
Oof.
So I'll roll my great amount of dice. This time I'll make a d6. That sucks.
I don't think that even hit. That doesn't even touch him.
Oh no, it doesn't hit.
6 plus 6.
Especially not since I have to distract. Because I will be distract. Basically, I'm going to do the entire. I will stay in the saddle thing.
That is entirely valid. All right. In that time, he gets a total of. He adds +2 to that because of riding aggressively. So he gets a total of 29. Holy crap!
Ay.
Oh,
So what is your current defense?
So, fuck. Defense was that's your combat defense plus the shield. So that's 8 still.
Okay. So that means. Okay, he does get the 4 degrees of success.
Yeah.
I
know.
So you make me your. Also, he does a stupid amount of damage. Like it is a truck. So basically, you're going to have to take what we call an injury.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an injury or wound? I can
Wound.
never.
yeah, wound is
It's
the
wound,
worst
isn't it?
one.
Yeah, you have to take a wound just to stay just to stay alive. It
That's
is
fine.
unpleasant. Okay, please roll me your difficulty 18 animal handling check.
Oh boy, animal handling is that. I get +2 bonus for riding braced.
Oh no, you don't get +2 dice. You just get +2 to the total.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I mean that.
It's all good. It's all Gucci.
I wrote defensively. Oh wait, actually, I would have had a 10 on the total defense because of riding defensive.
Does that take away from one of his successes? Of total successes?
Give me a second.
That will make it 27 instead of 29, I think.
+2, you're 22. You don't actually get pluses to that when you ride defensively. It gives you more bonus to your animal handling.
Okay.
Yeah, so it basically makes it easier for you to stay on the horse.
Okay. So that's a +2, and then from the braced, I get also a +2, so I get a +4.
Mhm.
Oh, can I spend another handling, like another destiny point?
I don't think you have another destiny point.
Okay, that's fair. So then I will fall off the saddle, because there's no way I can get an 18 with 2 fucking dice,
All right.
even with the +4, because that would give me 12. That would give me 16. That would not give me.
Hang on. Something is going to happen. Don't worry. The mountain crashes into you like a force of nature. And you are struck from the saddle with one absolutely abominable blow. You feel something in your body break. It's probably half a dozen ribs.
Mm-hmm.
And you are borne to the ground. However, hey, Scott.
Yellow.
I'm just gonna say this sentence. King Robert is in the stands and saw this motherfucker drag a piece of wood out of his own eye socket and remount the horse.
Badass motherfucker.
Yep.
I mean, I'm still hoping that the fucking mountain will also fall off his horse.
So I'm gonna give Scott some narrative here. So Scott, does the king respond to what is an undoubted sign of literal badassery?
Give me a second.
Oh boy.
I just need to change this out to Bobby fucking B.
Yeah, I thought as much.
I want the mountain to fall off his horse so badly, please.
He's not going to because you didn't actually hit him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Shh. Something's gonna happen. Calm thy tits.
I mean, I don't think Ash is really conscious at this point.
Oh, you are. You're in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Technically not. Scott, technically not.
Right. Well, I will do that then.
Yeah.
All right. Robert stands up from his seat and he, collects himself for a moment. He looks over at Lancel and goes, "Bring me my sword." And he begins to...
Yes, Your Grace.
begins
you
to...
you see this poor downtrodden boy just skipping.
Yeah.
But he will bring Robert the sword.
It makes its way down from his stand into the crowd and through them. Obviously, the Kingsguard are, they push everyone away. He has somebody move the gate open for him, and he strides forth onto the, torn up field that is the current jousting situation. Now, are you still on your ass?
Nope.
Okay.
I think Ash is just laying there, kind of gasping for breath.
Bow your shit!
Sure. He will crawl up on his knees.
Basically, you will see Sir Barristan walk around the king's left-hand side, and he's very gentle, but he kind of hikes you up to the point where you're kind of kneeling at the king's feet. But he's very gentle with you because he can see the fact that you're in absolute agony.
I'm trying to remember what the exact vows are, because it's like, in the name of the Father, I charge you to be blah, blah, blah. I can't remember what they were exactly. Does anybody have access to them? Because I'm looking it up now.
You want to have the vows of how to knight someone?
Yes.
All right, give me a second.
Oh, there we go. No, I got it.
All right.
You will see, as he steps back over, Barristan leans into the king's ear and he just whispers Lord Ashdacep, just in case he didn't actually know.
He kind of like moves his head back slightly, like, oh.
You mean from that piece of rock that has nothing but seaweed on it? Yeah. That one.
He takes his sword out of the scabbard. The scabbard itself drops to the floor since he wasn't wearing it at the time. And Lord Daysip, have you been knighted?
No, that's my brother. Spits blood.
That was an act of bravery. Kneel before me.
He's already
Do
on his
it
knees.
already.
Yeah, he's already on his knees.
Right. Don't fall over.
It's fine. Robert's like into his third wine skim by now. He doesn't fucking know. More dealing.
Yeah, Barristan's on like damage control.
Ash will do his
I
best
love
not to
it.
keel
Robert got
over.
so shit-faced when he brings the sword down to tip you on the shoulder. He bonks you on the head.
Oh, I mean, that will probably make Ash
Yeah.
pass
Start
out.
the toilet for that piss myself. All right. He takes his sword out and he places it on your left shoulder. In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave. He moves his hand over to the so the sword is facing the right shoulder. In the name of the father, I charge you to be just. In the name of the mother, I charge you to defend, etc. In the name of the maid, I charge you to protect all women. In the name of the smith, I charge you to keep yourself strong. And in the name of the crone, I charge you to exercise wisdom. Arise. I knight you, Lord Daysip, to be sir.
Pretty cool. Ash will stand up as well as he can.
Yeah.
Applauding will happen.
He kind of shrugs and just goes, keep the sword, boy.
Thank you, sire.
All right. Robert just, turns on his foot and, shakily begins to make his way back to the his stand.
Sebastian smiles as he will write Sir Days. He will write him up onto his feet. You need to see the maesters, boy.
I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Really fucking not.
Who are you kidding?
I'm fine. Can someone ad hoc my sister can heal me? It's
At which
cool.
point he very lightly lets go of you, and you start to fall before he grabs you again.
Lord Ashram will come to pick him up. Come on.
Very good.
Let's get you to the maesters.
And Clarice will actually be with him.
Lord Gallows,
You impressed her.
Lord Gallows, too busy collecting his due money.
Yeah.
I mean,
begrudgingly drops
really
a stack of coin into his hand. Just-
I don't think Ash can resist if they
Oh my
insist on bringing
goodness.
him to the maesters. So
I tell you what, that is a good place. So, in that case, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Shadow of the Iron Throne. Talk to you all next time.